guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I'm Destiny Calling Tarot. And Aries, today is your weekly reading. This is going to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th. All right, guys, winner for the contest of the free personal reading. The winner is Wendy Jackson. Wendy, if you're still interested in the free personal reading offer, send me an email at iamdestinycallingtarot@gmail.com. That's iamdestinycallingtarot@gmail.com, and we'll get set up for a personal reading. All right, guys, we're going to start out with your general reading here for Aries. So it's so general for the Aries collective. If you find messages are not resonating with you, don't try to force the messages. It simply means those particular messages are not meant for you, and that's okay. Dates as well, really just our general guidelines here in the reading. All right, let's get started by taking a deep breath. Release all of the negative energies. Another deep breath, guys. That's going to help us to bring in all of the positive, yummy, good vibes our way. All right. Settled into the energies. Our minds are clear of clutter and thought. I'm going to use the energy oracle cards. This is going to provide us with the overall energy for the entire reading here today. Spirit, please provide a message for Aries. And this is to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th. All right, so we have Shadow Treasures. Hope you can see that there. Pretty dark cards. The deck I'm using is Earth Wisdom Oracle. Alright, so with the Shadow Treasures here as the overall energy, so this is all about having parts of ourselves that we keep away from the rest of the world, right? The thing is, by doing this, sometimes we miss out on realizing that these shadow aspects of ourselves actually can contain treasures, is what this is symbolic of. So really overall, what you're being called to do at this time really is to shine light in the dark, right? So where the shadows are, you want to learn to shine the light. And what I mean by that is the light of love, right? So there's love and fear, light and darkness. So we're with the shadow, we want to shine the light of love into the darkest corners of your soul. Because these parts of ourselves are neglected. And it's also allowing you to do this with compassion. So it's a really big practice of self-compassion here. The wonderful, wonderful thing that can come about with this practice is that you can find something that is going to be really quite necessary to figuring out what it is specifically to you and your soul purpose, okay? So when you look at your shadow side, you want to kind of change your mindset here. Kind of looking at your shadow side more with excitement, right? Knowing that this is really going to unravel some form of a treasure here for you. Because these really are neglected parts of yourself. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards for you, Aries. All right. Excuse me. Spirit, please provide messages for Aries. And this is to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th. What clarifying details did you want to have come forward for Aries? Spirit, please provide messages for Aries. Wow, we got a pile here. Oh, that's beautiful. Spirit, what additional messages did you want to have come forward for Aries? This is to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th, 2020. Clarifying details for Aries. Alright, any additional messages, Spirit, that you would like to have come forward during this time for Aries? One additional message, Spirit. Alright, look at these cards. They are just beautiful. All right, guys. First card up is the healing card. So this is quite symbolic of the overall energy here for shadow treasures. This is really you allowing yourself to provide yourself with self-compassion, right? It's beautiful. I do feel that for some of you, I do very much feel this card is the morality card. So it's almost as if parts of your shadow self that may be surfacing, and you're starting to shed the light onto the darkest parts of you, which at the end of the day we're not always proud of, but we all have them. We all have our light and our dark sides. So it almost seems and appears as if you feel that there are parts of your dark side that maybe are not things that you're proud of, in the sense that you really didn't have a great grasp of or respect for your own morals. And you know, there could be some shame coming along with that. But that is perfectly normal. That's what the dark side entails. That's perfectly normal. It is something that you will likely experience, however. This is wonderful. This is very symbolic here of either wanting to discuss your experiences with a close loved one, a trusted friend. Some of you may be seeking professional counseling for assistance during this time. And it's wonderful to see the breakthrough card come out immediately following that, because it does really tell us that you're going to have some success here for sure, as far as shedding the light into your darker aspects of self, right? So like I said, some of you may be going to some form of therapy or counseling, and that's really going to help you to have this breakthrough. Others, you may come through really just personal reflection, and as hard of a pill as it is to swallow, sometimes you're really acknowledging and accepting the dark side of yourself, which is going to really be a big breakthrough, that in itself. Accepting that you have a dark and a light side, and we all do. That's a really big breakthrough. All right, then we have traveling transformation. So we have a major arcana card here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So the major arcana cards are a little bit more impactful, right, than the minor cards. So it would be somewhat of a bigger influence, right? So when I see this, I love this. I love this so much. I'm seeing the pattern already. This is really special, actually. Where I have this one, and the very last card is the Master card, which is also a major arcana card. So obviously this is the Tower, right, in a traditional deck. So with your breakthrough, for those of you who don't obtain that breakthrough, the Tower does come in and kind of force your hand, right, to get through to your dark side, to connect with your dark side, to allow yourself to sit in the space of your dark side, to feel the feelings, to feel the emotions. It's really one of those things where if you aren't so much a willing participant, the universe steps in and really just does its thing, and it forces you to do it by putting situations right in front of your face that you can't ignore. And some of you, I see traveling here, some of you are very much not accepting this journey as much as others. So for those of you who do, you're not having as much of a struggle, right? But for those of you who are not really there yet and willing to accept it, you have to go through the Tower moment. And I feel that this travel here comes out to kind of symbolize really wanting to run away from this problem or situation that came about with the Tower. Next card is the Transformation card. So you really, you can be doing quite a bit of soul growth during this time, a lot of personal development for sure. So this is all about change, right? This is all about change. And what's going to happen here is you're going to, at this point, you're going to have the light shining directly on the darkest spot that you never want anyone to see. And at this point, you're making changes. In a sense, you're healing. You're healing the darkness that has stayed dormant for quite some time. You're becoming conscious of the fact that it exists within you, basically, just as it exists in all of us. Okay, another major arcana card, the Lover's card. So this is all about the self here. This is all about what transformation you can get and moving into a state of consciousness as far as understanding this shadow aspect of yourself. So this is about, the Lover's card for yourself in this specific reading is about, it's really about oneness, and it represents a lot of inner reflection. So really, I'm very much sensing here, you're starting to see that it is an illusion that you are separate, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, I feel that this is also here to teach you that we're all really reflections of one another. And this is all about understanding that Spirit loves you unconditionally, and that you can give and receive abundant love. So the next card here, Control. This is really about you gaining control over your personal power, control of being able to, there's something here about the yin and the yang. So a lot of you are likely gaining some control here over your feminine and masculine aspect of self, because we all have a bit of masculine and a bit of feminine aspects to ourselves, right? And then this is really showing us I love this so much. This is really showing us how you're very in tune with the feminine aspect. Okay. And then this card is actually telling us that you're quite in tune with the masculine aspect of self. And then in the middle, interestingly enough, in the middle you have compromise. And compromise is all about the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, the perfect balance of masculine and feminine working together. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. Oh, this one goes over here. So by doing this shadow work and really looking at the deepest, darkest parts of yourself, acknowledging it, shedding the light on it, accepting it, healing it, and changing and transforming it from it, you're becoming so receptive to the idea of oneness, how everything in the universe is one. Which just continues your journey with a form of incredible intensity and then finally allows you to become the master of self on so many levels. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to go ahead and select an inspirational message for you to end this reading. I think overall the biggest thing here is not to be fearful of your shadow side, to understand the possibilities that can come out of seeing your shadow side and shedding the light on it. So your inspirational message says, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. So all about being in alignment with the self, the feeling of love and oneness with everything. See the animals and the moon. All of it's connected. All of it is connected, and we are a big part of it. All right, guys, that's the end of your reading for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos, and I would also like to thank everyone for all of the lovely comments. I appreciate it so much. So if you haven't already, please click like, and of course, if you want to join me from week to week, that would be fantastic. So don't forget to click on subscribe. Bye.